your present job and you want to be on your own? Right. So you want to be on your own means you want to become an entrepreneur? Okay. So actually this particular aspect alone will not make you an entrepreneur. So to become an entrepreneur, the very first thing, immediate requirement is deep passion about doing a business. So today I'm going to talk about this book called Entrepreneur 5 p.m. to 9 a.m. Launching a profitable startup without quitting your job. So this book is written by two authors. The first person is Kant Mariala. Second person is Ritika Surender. So here, this particular book, let me give some data points about this book before diving into the review of the book. So basically, the author Kant Mariala, he has been an entrepreneur for quite some time. He has been a co-founder for a product called Quintant, and finally he sold it up to iGate, an organization called iGate. And again, he developed a mobile app. So this mobile app is for mobile video streaming before WhatsApp and other latest developments are taken place. And finally, he sold it to Skype. And his education qualification, he is a graduate from IIT Madras, and he has done his PhD program. And the co-author Ritika is a management graduate from IIM Ahmedabad, and right now she has been a consultant for an IT organization. And this book has been published by Rufa Press in the year 2013, and it has underwent 31 editions, 31 prints. So starting from 2013 till 2023, 31 editions prints have gone in. The price for this book is 250 rupees. Number of pages 133. Chapters, 31 chapters are there. And this has been referred by a popular author, another author, who is also my favorite author, called Prakash Iyer. Have you heard about Prakash Iyer? Yeah. So in fact, he has also given a recommendation for my book. So let me now get into the book. What are the key messages from this book? So I think today people who are in the IT industry, you are all familiar with the concept called agility or Scrum kind of stuff. So what does it all mean? What does it all mean? Agility mean?
Doing in small increments, breaking it down, doing in small increments, and then but with the feedback loop.
Exactly. So he is recommending the same concept to entrepreneurs. He says that instead of taking a long time and then finally facing surprises, he is recommending us to fail fast and fail frequently. So he himself has shared a lot of his failures in this book. So though I mentioned about some of his successful startups, he said that he has failed as a startup entrepreneur many times, and based on his experience, he is suggesting that you have to fail fast and fail frequently so that you will try to be successful. So that is one. And then here he is also recommending some of the key players, stakeholders to have a proper ecosystem. Number one is to have a proper mentor. A mentor is needed whether your use case is appropriate and what should be the approach kind of stuff. Preferably you should be an entrepreneur. Number two is a co-founder. Co-founder is a must. So today it's very difficult to do being a solopreneur. So you may be good in coming out with the product, but to take it to market, to manage finance or operation aspect, you need a co-founder. And then he is also saying that your spouse, the better off, should also be in sync with you in whatever you are doing. And he has given a couple of chapters. He is elaborating on how to identify the mentor and how to identify the co-founder, but he has not touched upon how to identify your spouse. And he has used a lot of reference books, and from there he has tried to take excerpts, and he is giving a perspective on to become an entrepreneur. Have you heard about this term called the Blue Ocean Strategy?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. What does it mean?
How to create a competition.
Go for the market where it is needed.
Yeah, where there is no competition. So if there is a
Niche.
competition, if the market is already crowded, it is called red ocean because the sharks are there and you have cutthroat competition and the entire ocean is full of blood and war, right? But when you go for a blue ocean strategy, you try to identify a niche where competition is not there, and of course some demand need to be there. He's also talking about that. And he is also, as I mentioned, one particular chapter he has already elaborately describing about the common mistakes the entrepreneurs talk about. And I would like to read about the page 10, so which is also very vital. Sometimes you take your best shot and you just miss because of the world of startups can be tricky. You are building your gun while aiming it at the target. While aiming at the targets are moving. The question then, what will you do next? Our advice is try again. Let's assume that your goal is to hit the bullseye. This book shows you the various techniques you can use. So the sooner or later, with practice, you will hit the bullseye. So I think because of this phrase, I also like this particular chapter. So he says, as I said, fail earlier and fail faster. And he has given a lot of examples in this book about the different kind of startups. I think you will get a lot of idea and a mindset upon an entrepreneur. So let me quickly touch upon what I like the most in this book. This book has got a lot of conceptual diagram. For every chapter there is a diagram. So that will help you to reiterate the message or reinforce the message. For example, let me talk about this particular So a lot of images are there, these images. For example, this is called ESBI diagram. So one quadrant he is talking about self-employed, employee, and then business owner and investor. All of us say that a self-employed person can start a business, an employee can start a business, and a business owner can become an investor. So with a simple diagram, the two or three page content is usually represented, and that is the easiest thing. And one thing that could have been improved as per my point of view is most of these diagrams, I guess they are all color diagrams. And the color diagrams, when it is got printed, so the impact is not very much. For example, a lot of gray shades are there. So I have to wipe my glass twice to read the content. So though that is the plus point of this book. So the print quality is not very good in terms of the visual representation. Otherwise, I thoroughly enjoyed it as a book. So though right now I am doing a solopreneurship, this gives a lot of tips. So with that, I'll conclude my book review. Over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, DTM sir.